All right, guys. So one of the things that a lot of times gets lost when any close quarter shooting, any retention shooting comes up is our legal justification to do so. It's easy to say, oh, I'm going to do this, but why? Right? He has to give us certain pieces for me to say, yeah, it's okay for me to burn him down. Okay, so we've got AOJ, ability, opportunity, and jeopardy, right? So ability first is
we're actively engaged in some type of assault that can lead to something where I can either kill Cecil or cripple him. But as far as for this stakes, we're talking about my ability to inflict harm on him.
If you're the bad guy, you have to demonstrate to any reasonable person who's looking that you have the ability to do harm to me. So opportunity, you've got to have the time to do it. So we're standing this close, he's acting in a certain manner, that's the opportunity. And then jeopardy is, it's obvious. It's obvious, you have to do something. Right. Bad guy's got to do something to the good guy. Yeah. That any reasonable person who ever watches this situation or who's witnessing it or sits on a jury goes, yeah, that bad guy.
Yeah, because it seems reasonable and logical from a layman's standpoint to just draw and shoot. So Cecil, why couldn't I do that? Why couldn't, if you've got all these things, you've got AOJ present, why couldn't I just draw and shoot?
What am I doing for those AOJs?
Right.
Am I sitting here? Am I demonstrating AOJ? The bad guy is going to be in your face. He's going to be doing something physical. Is this really jeopardy? If I'm back here like this, you're getting into murky ground at that point if I'm not physically demonstrating anything to show that I'm...
But I mean, we're also in the dilemma of like, well, somebody from the outside just recording this, and they're just watching you murmur something. Yeah. And then I come around and just burn you down because you said something threatening.
Exactly.
I mean, that looks bad on me.
Because I'm doing this.
Right.
But am I demonstrating anything else that I'm about to pull that threat off? And I can, and that the threat's credible. Somebody sees it, they're going to go, oh yeah, that guy is threatening another person.
Right.
It's got to be much more. We're talking about they're going to be in your face. That's what they're going to be doing. If I'm right here, hurt this guy, and I'm doing all this, can we really just, oh, I'm going to draw the gun?
We usually see something like this number here, right?
Exactly. But I'm doing this, I'm here,
right,
this.
I'm here.
What are you doing?
Right.
And I see him go and start to pull that gun out. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't need to be a black belt. I don't need to be a UFC champion.
Yeah. So it's a super high speed move, guys. He used the move of push the gun down as I'm trying to push it back up.
Grab onto the gun and hold on for dear life.
Right.
So, that's only black belts know those. It takes a long time to learn that move. No, we instinctively know that. Every bad guy who's doing this, he's probably done something like this. This isn't the first time he's threatened somebody. This isn't the first time he's decided to engage in personal violence. He's probably had guns pointed at him. It's a good chance he's been shot. I don't care that you've got a sub-second draw, whatever.
As much as the speed of your draw, that matters, right? But when we start talking about this kind of range, there's a fight involved. Real speed isn't even about a physical thing that's going on. It's about the timing of the technique.
Everything is speed. Everything, because speed is easily measured. Right. If now, when I shoot casino drill, instead of shooting it in 21 seconds, I shoot it in 18. Well, I'm better than I was before. That's a good, easy measurement. And it's important.
Tangible.
It's tangible, and we need those kind of metrics. That's one single little piece in this whole puzzle of all the information that helps us decide what to do. Okay, great. On a square flat range, when I'm warmed up and ready to go, and I've already made the mental decision, okay, I'm going to shoot this drill. Maybe I have a sub-second draw, which is good to have. But in this situation against a bad guy who's in my face, that's different. Number one, maybe what's going on? Maybe he picked the day that I wasn't feeling great.
I mean, he could just be good at what he does.
He could be just good, and already he could be physically superior to us. Yeah. Pure speed, there's more to it than that. That helps us. That gives us a little bit extra thing, but it's not the end-all, be-all. How much speed do I need to go to recognize that you're going for a gun? Yeah. I don't like that, and to respond. I'm going to beat you every single time. Timing element supersedes speed. Speed's a component, but timing is important. And trying to draw right here when all I have to do
Yeah.
is do that. Don't care. Speed's great. But we have to think about, how is this happening? If we have the legal justification to get a gun out and shoot him, there's all these other components that are present. It's not just the gun. There's more to it than that. The bad guy always has a vote.
Yeah. We're not knocking anybody or anything like that. We can see how, you're working on a target like this. Look, like anything you do to get a stationary, compliant target like that, anything you do, especially from the offensive, it's going to work. It's going to work. But then when you start thinking about terms of doing it defensively, doing it from a deficit, doing it in a position where there's low light, no light situation, like bad guys, they're operating in their environment every day and they're assaulting people, robbing people because that's how they eat. When you start adding those conditions to the marksmanship contest, you realize, well, this is not even a marksmanship contest at all. This is a fight.
And yeah, let's work on speed. Let's work on that. But we've got to keep everything in perspective. Where does the speed matter? How much time should we devote to it? And how much time should we devote to the other skills we need as well? But it has to fit into this overall context and legal justification.